Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, some of you may remember when I covered a few weeks back about the high schooler, well, she's 19 years old, but the girl that apparently decided to give birth to her baby in the hospital bathroom and then put it in the trash. This is 19-year-old Alexee Trevizo. She is the one who did all this. There's a lot more that's come out since my initial video, so I'm going to cover some of that now to get everybody caught up. And this is just crazy. And I have to tell you, her mom is just not helping matters. And I gotta think, I gotta wonder if she gets a lot of the way she thinks from her parents, or at least her mom. So let's check out this video from KOB4.
Tonight, we are getting a much clearer picture of the confusion, shock, and ultimately horror the night doctors found a newborn dead in a New Mexico hospital trash can. They say that baby's teenage mother, Alexee Trevizo, delivered him in secret in the hospital bathroom and left him there. Eddy County deputies arrested Trevizo in early May for murder and tampering with evidence charges. But Lauren Green looked through hours of newly released video showing us what happened that night at the hospital. And you're also going to hear from the doctors, nurses, and custodial staff who discovered this tragedy.
It was a bloody massacre mess.
I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
Right.
It was horrible.
My job is to save lives, and I had no chance on that baby.
This is what staff members at Artesia Hospital recall after 19-year-old Alexee Trevizo allegedly gave birth in an emergency room bathroom and left her newborn in a trash can. Staff members say Trevizo went to the hospital for stomach pain, but ultimately denied knowing she was pregnant. And while getting treatment, Trevizo said she needed to go to the bathroom, where she locked herself inside for at least half an hour.
She said, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just having a hard time going to the bathroom," is what she replied. So I was like, okay. And then as I walked, push the call light if you need anything.
And then I just kept hearing paper towel dispenser.
Eventually, hospital staff told her they were going to unlock the bathroom if she didn't come out. That's when Trevizo came out on her own, and hospital staff had a janitor clean up the mess left behind. Minutes later, you can see that janitor needing comfort after finding a dead baby boy tied up in a bag in the bathroom trash can.
It had like a fresh liner inside, so we didn't think nothing of it because we looked. So when I pulled the liner out, there was like paper towels. She had it tight, because it was the top was twisted, and then tucked under, so it wouldn't open up. And then when I picked it up, that's when I noticed it even more, because all I saw was black and purple. But once we picked it up, the bag suctioned to his face.
Investigators questioned one nurse about how Trevizo was acting after they told her what they found.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
And she really wasn't even crying tears. She was just, and the only thing she was upset about was that I think she was going to be in trouble with her mother.
And that same nurse seemed to be perplexed and angry at how Trevizo and her family reacted to what happened.
No one asked me anything about the baby's condition, if it was a boy or a girl, anything.
Then we got the boyfriend. There's a video of one of the officers going out to speak with the family who were in the hospital waiting room. Of course, there's mom. She acts completely horrified this entire time. And she swears that, "I didn't know she was pregnant. I didn't know she was pregnant." Come on, Mom. You knew your daughter was pregnant. There are photos of her in her cheerleading outfit. She is clearly pregnant. There's other photos of her that have come out. Again, she's pregnant. There's no reason. There's no way you look at these photos that you don't see that your daughter is pregnant. Just no way. So here is the body cam of the officer. I'm going to kind of go through it. The officer approaching the family who's in the waiting room. Obviously, mom is there. Looks like a stepdad or her boyfriend. I'm not sure exactly who he is, and then you've got her boyfriend and boyfriend's mom.
Hi, Rosa?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Is this your family?
Yes.
Okay, hi, I'm Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department. What questions do you have for me right now?
What's gonna go on? Like, what? Can I be with her?
She's getting life flighted out right now.
Okay.
So they're taking her right now.
Okay.
I haven't spoke to her at all.
Okay. So, like, what? Like, what's gonna go on? Like, what's gonna happen with her? Like,
So she's gonna get treatment before we even talk to her because she needs to be stabilized. So that's why she's getting life flighted out.
okay.
Once she gets stabilized, we'll try and talk to her. The baby's gonna go up north for autopsy. More likely it'll be done within the next day.
Is she gonna get taken?
Again, mom doesn't ask about this baby. The baby's going to go for autopsy, and she's like, okay. What the hell?
After, like, she's released? How?
Get what?
Like, are y'all gonna take her to custody or anything like that? Like,
That depends on what the DA finds. We have to wait for the autopsy to come back to see what happened. Because right now with how everything happened, we're going to do an investigation, get more information from the OMI, Office of Medical Investigator up north. And with that, we present that to the DA, see what the DA wants to do with charges, if any at all.
Okay. Okay.
She is more concerned that her daughter is going to be arrested and put in jail, which she was arrested. And as of right now, she's on her own. She's been released on bond, and she apparently has a trial set for October. But she's more concerned about her daughter getting in trouble and going to jail and getting prosecuted than she is the fact that she had a baby and she killed it in the bathroom. What is wrong with this mother?
So they already took her out.
No, she's getting life flighted. She's right now being set up to go to the...
What happens
What do you mean?
before the DA makes a decision or that?
It should be pretty soon they make a decision. Because with the age of the decedent, they usually expedite autopsy reports and such. With normal people that pass naturally at home, it takes a couple months for us to get reports back. Stuff like this, we'll get it back pretty soon.
Okay.
So,
They don't, it's still moving, they don't know.
They
we
don't know yet.
don't know. That's why he'll be going up north. Has y'all's information been taken yet?
He took my driver's license. He took her driver's license.
Okay.
My phone number. My phone number. Yeah.
So, even though she's of age, if she's not available to be contacted, can we put you down as next of kin for all my? Okay. And you'd be grandmother?
I'm mom.
So you'd be
I'm
the
her mom.
you'd be the decedent's grandmother.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So that's her boyfriend.
The lack of emotion here, it baffles my mind. Oh, and there's the other grandma. You know, we're all just here. Because remember, she came in supposedly telling her mom that she had back pain. Why would your boyfriend and his mom and your mom and her husband, your stepdad, go into the hospital if you just had to go for back pain? And then you claim you had no idea that she was pregnant. This is just not adding up. It's not adding up.
Mr. Boyfriend, do you have a driver's license? No. And is the address on you current? On the driver's license? Because determining on what the OMI does, if she's still in medical, and they do release the infant back, it'll have to be released to somebody. That'll be up to OMI who they determine next of kin is. Maybe the parents, but maybe you, okay? So that's why we're going to get everyone's information. I'm just gonna run your name through the special on radio, okay? So I'm just gonna call him.
So now this cop has to deal with all of this, get all this family's information. He's got to be thinking, man, I wish I did not get this call. I know I would be horrified.
715. Are you on APD? For the AGH call, can you run 1 OLN out of New Mexico? It's 517. Should be. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, you as well. Thank you.
But as soon as they're done with her, like if everything's okay, will I be able to bring her home with me?
Yes.
I will?
Yes.
Okay.
It's, I don't know where she'll be going.
With me?
No.
To my house? I mean, like.
When she gets like lighted.
okay.
I don't know which one.
They told me Loveless.
Loveless Regional Center.
Yeah.
Loveless Regional?
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my card.
Okay.
Keep a hold of me.
Okay.
So if she stays at Loveless and then she gets released, she can go back to y'all.
Okay.
And I'll be in touch with you to try and set up an interview with her.
Okay.
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 Would y'all mind talking to me later when y'all are okay?
Yeah, I was with her. I know she talked to him for a while on the phone, and then she came to me. So I've been with her the rest of the time.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so what did she come here for that she told you?
She told me she had back pain.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Has she been having back pain before?
Yeah, she's pain for her and her hips is no. I mean, she was born with like her. I don't know. It's like crooked.
Her spine?
Okay, because my ex-husband, he hit me. He beat me whenever I was pregnant with her. So she was early. So she had some problems with her hips. Like I always had to take her to the chiropractor to get adjusted because she couldn't use, like, she was always getting constipated. Like she had to get lined up, whatever. So, I mean, I've been taking her to chiropractor because I always thought, well, this time, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know she was pregnant. I didn't.
I'm not buying it, Mom. How could you not know she is pregnant? There's just no way. Again, here's the photo of her in her cheerleading outfit. The girl is pregnant. Come on, Mom. That's just... I don't believe her at all.
No, I just thought, like she said, I have back pain. Well, my hips are hurting me. I think I need to go to the chiropractor. I said, okay, let's go tomorrow. But she was like in really a lot of pain, and
When did it start?
Like the pain?
Yes.
Yesterday she said it was really bad, that her hips were hurting and her back. And then last night we're on the phone together and she said her hips were hurting bad. I asked her if anything else was hurting, and she said just everything. And she went to sleep.
but she's a cheerleader too, so she's big in cheers.
And none of you in this circle of four right here knew she was pregnant. Mom, not buying it. Boyfriend, not buying it. And boyfriend's mom, not buying it. It's just not possible.
After cheer competition, she works out. I mean,
And she's been active this whole time?
Yeah, she's been active this whole time
And who does she live with?
with me.
So
Parents. Oh, with us. Yeah,
Okay.
'cause she's in school. She's a senior. So,
And how long have y'all been together?
Almost 2 years.
2 years? Okay. So, not trying to be rude, but you are more than likely would be the father? Okay.
yes.
It's,
no, I get it.
And now Mom's laughing? How is this funny? Your daughter was pregnant. You all claim that you had no idea. And then she went to the hospital because of back pain. She snuck away to the bathroom gave birth to a baby and dumped it in the trash and tied it up. And they later found out it suffocated to death. This is not a laughing matter. Not at all.
We get
Sometimes
it.
it happens. So with everything that comes with that, gets a little shaky when it's newborn, stuff like that. But with like death certificates, stuff like that, Turping and Sons, if you choose to use them, we'll be the ones to help you get those. Other than that, because that's all really you'd need, and they can help you with the afterlife care. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all have any questions for me right now? Okay. You have my number. You can that.
Now she cries. As soon as he says afterlife care, she turns around and starts putting on the tears.
Is my work phone if you want to text me or call me. I have my email on there as well, okay? Sergeant and I got your information right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me give you my card too so you can give me a call, alright? Just because I want to make sure everyone stays updated, okay?
Thank you.
Like I said, I don't know. There will be charges. That will be up to the district attorney's office. If any are even done, okay?
Okay.
It's too early in the game to know right now.
Okay.
So we're just gonna do the initial investigation with. I was on the phone with our dispatch, so OMI will be here in 45 minutes. It's one of their field agents,
Okay.
and they're the ones. So in the state of Mexico, we're not allowed to touch anybody that's passed.
Okay.
They're called a decedent. They're the only ones allowed to actually handle somebody. So we wait for them to even do anything. So hospitals allowed to do it because they do care, life-saving efforts. Whenever life-saving efforts cease, no one's allowed to touch them. So we have to wait for them to show up
Okay.
before we even start that side of stuff, okay?
Okay.
So she's getting life flighted out. We'll talk to her later.
Okay.
That's if she even wants to talk to us, if she chooses to, because she still has her constitutional rights.
Should I get a lawyer for her? Should I?
You can, that's your choice. I can't tell you what to do. That's something that y'all as a family have to talk about, okay?
Yeah, I think she needs a lawyer, Mom. She just gave birth to a baby in a hospital bathroom and threw it in the trash to suffocate to death. She needs a lawyer.
Well, why we would talk to her over in Roswell?
Yes.
But I know right here they won't let her.
Yeah, they
She's
wouldn't let us.
Yeah.
she should be gone by now.
Okay.
So that's with the helicopters coming in. They want nobody near it, so that way you can't
Yeah.
mess with anything. Because if any of their vitals go off, they'll stop it,
Yeah.
which could be an issue for if they need care immediately. So that's why whenever someone gets life flighted, they just cut off every contact with the family
Okay.
because they're making sure she's getting set up to get transported out.
Okay.
So that's why they tell you leave.
Yeah.
It seems
Okay.
very harsh, but it's because with the flight nurse, the flight doctor, they have to make sure everything stays constant.
Okay.
So she should be gone by now because she was already getting prepped whenever I came out to y'all.
Okay.
So with that, like I said, she'll be leaving. We'll stay here with the decedent and go from there, okay?
Okay.
So once she gets to Loveless, it's up to Loveless if they'll let you back there.
Okay.
All right, because she is of age, so
Mhm.
with COVID and how everything goes, it just depends, okay?
Okay.
So if before you make the drive out, call, see if that's available,
Okay.
and just let them know what's going on, and we'll just let your family and that if it's possible.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
we'll be here if you need anything. Yeah, well, I'll be over there.
Okay.
I don't know. I tell you though, the lack of emotion with this family, it bothers me. And those tears, they just seem like alligator tears to me. She turned around, started crying, and then all of a sudden, they were gone. Yeah. Something's really wrong there. Something's really wrong. Here's the body cam of when the cops went to Alexee's home to arrest her for murdering her baby. And I tell you, Mom is not happy. She is not a happy camper.
I want to knock on front. Yeah. Alexee. Yeah, I think they went out.
Okay, what's going on? What are we doing? I'll bring her out. Just tell me what's going on.
For her arrest.
Okay.
I will give it to her whenever
Can I see her?
she can see the warrant when she gets arrested.
This is my house. I have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we,
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there when you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
It's
Okay,
nowhere-
so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got to talk to her.
I understand that.
Right.
Mom has a comprehension problem. Her daughter is 19 years old. She has no right to do anything to guard her. She's no longer a minor. And they tell her this and they continue to go over this. It just is like a broken record. She's like, I want to see that. I want to see it. I have rights. Honey, you do not. Your daughter is 19 years old. Period.
Detective Gonzalez,
Right.
what is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
I mean, she's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that, but we
Okay,
we
then
need
let
the
me know now.
cooperation. We need the cooperation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation.
You're not bossing these cops around, Mama. You are just not. There's too many of them. And your daughter, she gave birth to her child in the hospital and she dumped it in the trash to suffocate to death. Yeah. So they don't really care what you like.
I told you everything. Answer my question.
Well,
What is she under arrest for?
Like I said, she's over the age of 18. Like, that we can't relinquish that information. But if you bring her out here, we'll tell you.
What is she under arrest
If you bring her out here,
for?
we'll tell you right now.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under arrest
She's gonna
for.
get arrested regardless, ma'am. I mean, that's I don't know why.
For what? For what? For what?
They are being super, super nice to this mom. But they could be really arresting her for getting in the way of everything. They could be putting her in jail as well.
Okay with telling her?
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence?
Yes.
At the hospital?
Yes.
So, can we see her now?
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I just do not like this mom's attitude. She claims she didn't know her daughter was pregnant. No freaking way. Number one. And number two, she's acting like these cops have no right to take away her daughter who gave birth and threw her baby in the trash. Get the hell out of the way and let them take your daughter to jail where she belongs.
I have a right to see a warrant. It doesn't matter if she's over the age of 18. This is my house. You have a right. You have to show me that warrant.
If we were searching her house.
Even if she's under arrest, you have to show me the
It's
warrant.
up to her to show it.
Sarah, this is Rodriguez. Trevizo. Hey, I have the detectives here. They want to arrest my daughter. They're saying they have a warrant, but they can't show me a warrant for her arrest. Okay, thank you so much.
You good? When we get to there, I'll give you a copy. She gets her copy. And then it's up to her.
Can I see the warrant?
It's an arrest warrant for her. It's
Okay,
not a
can I
search
see the
warrant for your
arrest warrant?
house.
I want to see the arrest warrant.
And what will that prove?
You bet when this is over, I'm coming for the police department and the hospital. I am.
Honey, you ain't going for anybody. You have zero idea of what the hell is going on, obviously. If you can't tell your 19-year-old daughter is pregnant, and then you're not upset that she was pregnant and gave birth to her baby and killed it, man, you've got real problems.
Yes, ma'am.
Gary, this is Bertha. Gary, the detectives out here they're wanting to arrest me. They say they
I can't believe how nice these cops are being to Mom. They're something else. I have to applaud them, really.
Okay. So I guess do I do it? Okay.
You could arrest Mom for obstruction.
We'll go there.
Trying to
Be
do that.
protected there.
Did you hear that? One of them said we could arrest Mom for obstructing. Yeah, most definitely. But like he said, we don't want to go there. They are trying to be as nice as possible. I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't.
They said it's local statements, homicide, and tampering with evidence.
You see her?
Okay.
Who did?
Okay.
Probably just nosy neighbors.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's here. She's here right now. Yeah.
Oh, no. Might not be a nosy neighbor.
Guess I could do a better part of the job.
Could you please not report of a portable child?
That is his policy.
I will give it to you. Please don't.
Please don't. She ran away from 1002 West Washington. It's nothing personal. It really isn't. And we understand. But we have to do our jobs too. Okay?
I understand that. I understand that.
Who's this?
That's Melanie. That's Devin's mom.
She's more upset that her daughter is getting arrested than she was that her daughter gave birth to a baby and killed it. It just sickens me so much.
She's good. She's okay.
We're not going to be rough with her or anything. We're just going to take her over there and book her.
Please don't be rough with her, please.
Just bring her out. You can be with her the entire time. Okay?
You know where the public safety complex is? 3300 West Main?
You can follow us over there. I will take you there. You can follow me over there.
As soon as I release the criminal complaint to her, she can then give it to you there, okay?
When can I get, like, her bond? What?
That's set up by the judge. It's Magistrate Judge Chuck Foster. He should be doing it. If it's after 3, he'll be doing it in the morning. Go on the back? Alright.
Hi. What's your name?
Alexee.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
You don't know it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Alexei, do you know your date of birth?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
11/25/03.
Yeah.
Do you have to walk her all the way over there? Can you bring your car up here?
It's up to you. That's
all.
I'll go get it.
Alexee, are you okay with your mom getting your criminal complaint when we get to the detention center? It has your personal information on it.
Can you repeat that?
Are you okay with your mother getting the criminal complaint? It has your personal identifying information on it. Serial number, date of birth.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. I have to serve you first, then your mom can get it, okay?
Okay.
I do. He's gonna move his unit around. No medications, anything you need to take while you're in there?
No, sir, no.
Okay.
She has still been, like, bleeding, so I don't know if she needs...
Do you have any, they do, I don't know if they have tampons.
They do have feminine products.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if you take your own, you can use your own if you need it.
Can she? Do you want to grab some? Can she grab some of that right quick? Or?
Yes.
Do you mind if
Get your little bag.
one of us goes with you?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just making sure you're doing...
Just grab me a little
Okay. And just nothing sharp, no flammables, nothing sharp, okay? Okay, they're gonna check it when you get over there, okay?
Okay.
How is she still bleeding when you're talking January and this is May? Very odd.
Confirms that address is 611 North 1st Street. 611 North 1st.
Okay, we'll check those when you, same thing, okay? We're gonna check all that when you get over there, okay? Thank you.
I'm going up there right now too, okay?
All right. What's in there?
Personal pads.
Just
Personal
pads,
pads?
yeah, she needs them.
Follow me.
3300 West Main Street, the Public Safety Complex. If you just go through the front door, you know where we first spoke in the records?
Yeah.
If you just go over there. Is there any four?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll meet her in the front.
Okay. I'll get with him and do all stuff, go to dispatch.
Okay. We'll meet you in the front, okay?
Go Tampa. I'll be headed your way shortly.
Relay the rest.
I'll be headed your way for the relay shortly.
Again, mom is more upset about her baby getting arrested than she is about her giving birth to her grandbaby and killing it. The priorities are so screwed up. And here's a piece with Alexee's attorney speaking out about the case.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me. I didn't know what to do.
We're now hearing from the attorney for a New Mexico high schooler accused of murdering her newborn son by tossing him in a hospital trash can. He says his client didn't even know she was pregnant and alleges there may have been malpractice on the hospital's part.
But not a single one of them told her that she was pregnant. Not a single one of them told her that we need to examine you.
Body camera video of the January 27th incident has gone viral, showing police and doctors speaking with 19-year-old Alexee Trevizo after the baby was found in a trash can.
In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
At the time, Trevizo was admitted to an Artesia, New Mexico hospital for severe back pain.
And she went to the hospital thinking that she was suffering from low back pain and severe abdominal pain, and went there and indicated on a pain scale of 1 to 10 that she was at a 10.
After cleaning a bloody bathroom Trevizo had just used, a hospital staff member found the baby inside a trash bag.
She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened.
The newborn baby died, and Trevizo was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence this month. This week, she was released on $100,000 bond ahead of her high school graduation on May 25th. But her attorney, Gary Mitchell, tells us she will not be attending.
She's 19 years old. She's a high school senior, graduates next week, although they're not going to allow her to go to her graduation because of the controversy in the community. And they just don't want to have any chaos. She's agreeable to that.
Law and Crime Network reached out to Artesia High School for a comment. The district superintendent responded via email, quote, "I am unable to make a comment on personal student matters."
They asked very politely. Artesia is one of the finer school systems in the state of New Mexico. And they at least honor their protection of students. They're very good about that. And they simply ask, and there was not an order or a command from the school as far as we know. They just asked that she not be there so as not to generate any issues whatsoever. And so she agreed to that. But she took her last final and is to receive her diploma.
Mitchell says Trevizo went back to school in January after giving birth, but after her arrest, only returned to take a final exam. He says she has a 3.8 GPA and has already committed to attend New Mexico State University in the fall. On top of that, he says she's never been in trouble before.
She has absolutely no criminal record, not even a moving traffic offense, no juvenile record, no suspension from school ever, no infraction at school, and an honor student, and already admitted into college. And a member of the cheer team since she was a freshman in high school, a member of the choir, just an all-round top-notch student and person. Just never been in trouble.
On January 27th, when she was admitted to Artesia General Hospital, Mitchell says Trevizo didn't expect to give birth.
So she is shocked whenever she delivers a baby. And then the issue of what caused the baby's death is going to be one that's going to be litigated. I already have a real good idea what caused the baby's death. It had nothing to do with my client. She was not at fault.
Mitchell says Trevizo had spent 4 hours working out with her cheerleading team earlier in the day and was dehydrated. He says pregnancy didn't even cross her mind.
There's no question that she thought she had been protected. There's no question that she had wisely used birth control, she and her boyfriend. But obviously it didn't work.
Upon arrival at the hospital, Mitchell says Trevizo was loaded with medication, including Zofran, sodium chloride, and morphine.
They gave her major medication. Some of that medication certainly dangerous to a unborn child or fetus, and contraindicated if you're pregnant, certainly contraindicated if you're going to breastfeed later on. And that medication was started without finding out whether or not she was pregnant.
He says eventually hospital staff learned Trevizo was pregnant, but didn't tell her before she went to the bathroom. He argues she should have been monitored during this time.
This is a classic instance. The female feels the need to go to the restroom. Maybe we better check and make sure she's not delivering a baby. I mean, you just don't allow that kind of thing if you know what you're doing. They did, and they didn't bother to tell her.
Mitchell also stresses Trevizo gave birth alone.
So this is a situation in which the hospital failed her, the nurses and doctors failed her, the office of the medical investigator has failed her.
When asked why Trevizo put her baby in the trash can, Mitchell echoes what Trevizo says in body camera video.
Alexee, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
The baby was dead. She took her baby. I know and I'm not at liberty to get into that. I need to save that for our experts and stuff to discuss. And I really don't want to tip off the state of New Mexico to what my client might say. But let me put it this way. People would be very pleased with the actions that she took and the way she handled the situation, despite the fact she's on major pain medication, is in total shock, and in a state of panic. She still tried to do the right thing by her baby. I'll tell you that much. And that baby wasn't put in the trash right away.
As Law and Crime Network reported, an autopsy conducted by the Office of the Medical Investigator showed the baby's death was not consistent with a stillbirth, finding he had air in his lungs. Mitchell says the results can't necessarily be trusted.
I'm obviously going to have another expert look at that. I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't have much confidence in OMI.
He alleges the hospital illegally released parts of Trevizo's medical history, something that may be considered malpractice.
I'm absolutely convinced that not only will we be able to show that she's totally innocent, but we'll be able to show what some people might call malpractice that took place. And that's before we even get into the violations of HIPAA, which is a federal privacy act that protects all of us as patients and protects our medical records, and or the doctor-patient privilege in the state of New Mexico.
Mitchell believes his client will be acquitted of the charges against her when more information comes out.
And I don't intend to hold back in representing this young woman. She didn't deserve any of this. She was an extremely good person, somebody you could be really proud of. And because of our attitude now about women's reproductive care and the way we treat women in this country, is now exposed to a first-degree murder charge.
In New Mexico, a first-degree murder charge could yield a life sentence. Child abuse resulting in death could mean an 18-year sentence.
Alexee, have you watched the news of the girls, that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
In a shockingly similar case, Alexis Trevizo, another New Mexico teenager, received a lengthy prison sentence this month after she threw her baby in a dumpster. But Mitchell says these two cases should not be compared.
The parallels that are only drawn is because they're women and they involve babies. In the Hobbs case, which is the one you're speaking of, the young woman in that case was alleged to have placed her baby in a dumpster, and that she knew the baby was alive and the baby lived. In our instance, that's not what happened. The baby did not live long enough to survive, and nothing due to no fault of my client. Now, had she been rendered proper medical care, that's a different story. But she wasn't rendered proper medical care.
This attorney is crazy. First of all, he looks crazy. And secondly, what the hell is he talking about? Malpractice? They should have, done this. She did the best that she could. Bull crap. No. And an autopsy is going to tell them if the baby drew breath. And the baby drew breath. No. I don't believe it for a hot second. Alexee knew exactly what she was doing. And yes, it is pretty similar to that dumpster. It happened at the hospital. Yeah, this attorney to me is just insane. And he's trying to blame it on, the current state of medical and all this other stuff and HIPAA and what have you. let's just throw a bunch of crap at the wall and see if something is going to stick. Well, sir, I think that she's going to get jail time, and I hope she does. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew she was pregnant, and I don't believe for a hot second again that mom didn't know she was pregnant, and neither did the boyfriend. They all knew she was pregnant. And I guarantee you, a bunch of those girls on her cheerleading team, they knew she was pregnant too. There's just no way that nobody knew she was pregnant. There's just no way. Again, look at these pictures. That is her. Yeah, they are a bit pixelated, but look at that. It is obvious she is pregnant. There is no way. I tell you, they need to. She needs to learn some lessons, because it seems to be that she thinks that she can do whatever she wants, and from seeing mom on these body cams, mom definitely seems to be an enabler. In my opinion, she's enabling her daughter, and obviously to get whatever she wants. So she needs to learn a lesson, and she needs to learn to grow up. She gave birth to a baby in the hospital, and she knew she was pregnant, and she let it die. Whether she put it in there and suffocated it, I don't know the exact how. From there, she gave birth obviously in that bathroom, and then she put it in the trash bag. But I'm sure that all the details will come out, and it's horrific. This baby could have stood a chance if she would have called for help. There are pulls, there's buttons, something in those bathrooms. She could have called and said, "Oh my gosh, I just gave birth to a baby." And guess what? They would have helped her. And whether or not the baby survived, she wouldn't have had to deal with all this. And if the baby survived and she and mom didn't want it, or a boyfriend and his mom didn't want it, guess what? They can give it up. It's a safe haven. Yeah, to me, there's zero excuse. I blame her. I blame every single person around her, her family. They all knew something was going on. This is just ridiculous. And just like the other girl who threw her baby in the dumpster, she deserves whatever is coming at her. And yeah, college, I think she's going to be waiting a little bit for that. But let me know what you guys think about this one. It gets me going. It really does. Because, like I said, there's just so many things. And then you have mom and her. And then you have this attorney now. This attorney who just, like, as soon as I heard him talking, he just annoyed me to no end. Oh, she didn't do anything wrong. She did the best that she could. And it's all the hospital's fault. Let's blame everybody but the girl who's 19. And because she couldn't know anything. Bull crap. Bull crap. Alright, guys. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. And with that said and done, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.